Okay, good morning. This is Shayna's Misako, Small Love True. It's the 6th of July 2018, and it's 8:15 in the morning. I've been doing some work and wanted to give a bit of an update, but first, the weather. Last night we had quite a bit of rain here in Alfultamamalbas. Weather is always interesting, and there's like a lot of people that I've been interacting with. Things are just sort of coming to a head. And what I mean is my partner is, let's see, he's in this situation at work where he happens to be up against the Freemasons, if there is such a group or organization here. I don't know. I can't say. But it appears that if there were these factions of the Nazis versus the Fourth Reich, they're mortal enemies to each other. And what he's experiencing over at the Swiss broadcast is that he's just one man, basically. And because he's not Freemason approved, those that are the decision makers, they're all ganging up on him. And they play so dirty. They lie and cheat, and this is worse than anything that can happen on a school playground, right? So today's a big day for him, and he has this happening. This actually started last week as well, where there was a lot of strategizing that needed to happen. Simultaneously, I had been in my own situation where, so my son had been accepted to Berkeley, and this is a video actually about what follows. Okay, just let's see. So my son appears to be experiencing a mineral deficiency, and I'm going to send him some formula to help remedy that. Now, I'm going to share my screen here. Let's see. Go to my... Okay, great. So essentially, this is a video about what follows after, and after submitting this negotiable instrument. Basically, Berkeley's trying to contract attempts via the financial aid, and this is 4 weeks following the UC Berkeley enrollment acceptance. Okay. So in the next slide, we have here, it was last week, last week, or is it this week? This week, during the weekend, Brian 396 and my Techno Discoveries had uploaded this video called Empower Episode 1. Now, it was very timely that he actually came up with this. And I'd actually seen it back when it came out in August. And I put it aside. I think I put it in one of the playlists for undue public education. But I've had a review of it a couple of times, and they have these links, which I'll get into. But essentially, what Berkeley had done is they contacted my son this past Monday, told him that he needed to complete the financial aid application and they explicitly wrote in this email communication that the, let's see, the IRS Form 1040 was not to be used. Now, when I initially sent this negotiable instrument back on the 22nd of May, the following day, I had, excuse me, that was the 24th, so the 25th then, I had did a follow-up. I voluntarily made copies of my 1040, or I should say the 1040 that I completed for 2016, and I included a passport, the inside jacket of my passport. And so I have submitted that, and that was to complement, to show that I did not, that I was in alignment with using the negotiable instrument. And so this past Tuesday, let's see, yes, this week I've been looking over the IRS form because when I looked at, let's see, this request to complete the IRS transcript form, I was going to do online, and that was to make it go quicker. But it appears that I can't even do that actually, because essentially the transcript, in order to receive a transcript, it's necessary to have a credit card, either a home, or excuse me, a mortgage or an auto loan. Actually, those are the three things, and I don't have any of them. Yes, so I was kind of up a creek without, it's like I'm not a US citizen, and that's actually what is, this is how major institutions are able to recontract or contract with individuals. And so those are the, I want to say those are the benchmarks. It's a bank account, it's having a loan, whether it's a mortgage or an automobile loan, and having a credit card. This enables other institutions that are collecting on the bankruptcy to rely on some electronic signature. And I don't have that, or they don't have one on me. Yes. So what this brought me to was back to that, I want to say that documentary of the Empower movement. And this is essentially, I want to say, a website that enables people. This week I've been looking at this document, and I was trying to rewrite things because I thought Empower movement is actually about going through an administrative process on the private side for technology trespassing. And as I was working on it late last night, I came to realize that I don't need to change anything. I just need to make my copies of this document and put it with my letter to write to the, I want to say the chancellor, the vice chancellor, assistant vice chancellor of Berkeley. Now, what is this about? This is basically about a solution to the smart meter problem, the Empower liability action process. What is the liability action or notice of liability, the NOL process? by protecting our individual rights, we are protecting all life. And I think it was close to 1 o'clock, and it hit me. It was like, you know what, this whole problem with technology trespassing, it's the smart meter is really something that's more at home, localized. But the smart meter problem, the issue, is on a global scale actually much greater than when we think smart meter, just for the house, individually smart metered. Because there are all of these towers. So what I've done, I initially started to rewrite the 16-page document. And here I was, I've got the names of the individuals. So it would be the notice of liability regarding fiduciary responsibility. And what I had decided is that I don't need to change the original document at all. I can go back to the original and submit that with my letter, and the one that's on the original is notice of liability regarding technology trespassing. Okay, so that's what I've got there, and I wanted to share one other thing here. So in the lettering that I've got, let's just move this aside here. What I've got here is over there. Okay. Now this is the letter, my instructional letter that I started to write for, let's see, the chancellor. And it's basically an affidavit. It's UCB and liability of breach of fiduciary duty. So that's the, I want to say the subject line regarding our reference. And then I've got here, let's see, the UC Berkeley carries liability of breach of fiduciary fiduciary duty. See paragraph 3 of instructional letter. Now the instructional letter is this one here, and this one is the initial letter that I'd written on the 26th of May, 2018. I've made a generic copy and put it in the links of those other videos. But the third paragraph, 1, 2, 3, additionally, let's make this bigger here. So, additionally, for books and supplies, transportation equal to University of State's cost of attendance student budget and 2,400 and no cents US dollars, or you could say 2,400 pesos, enter appropriate amount for students' needs. Monthly, 12-month calendar year, stipend, name of trust, expressly request a non-interest bearing account with MasterCard and or Visa access for student name, with stipend transfers occurring on, I put the last Monday or prior business day each month. So this is where the 25th of June came and went. There was no account or MasterCard or Visa that was arranged for my son. So this is, I had put binding contractual language in this document so that UC Berkeley, if they didn't return the document, they're going to have to carry out the duties. That was the agreement. So they never returned the document to me. And so they were expected to carry out the duties and the fiduciary duties. They have a responsibility for taking that note. So as we go further here, let's see. I have then included, that's the bottom there. Okay. So here I've got then the date. UCB risks forfeiting additional funds from the meal plan and on-campus housing decisions stated by my son, which would benefit the staff awardees during the annual Staff Appreciation Week. This letter serves as notice for amending the scope of the remaining fund donation. Replace original statement, which is 1% can apply to administrative costs, and remaining fund donations may apply to the staff awardees holding non-academic, non-instructional positions. The amended statement may read. Now, with legalese, may, it should be read whenever there is something to deal with negotiable instruments or any kind of commercial transaction. It's read as must. The amended statement must read, 1% can apply to administrative costs. The remaining funds may donate and benefit staff awardees holding non-academic, non-instructional, and non-administrative positions. Kindly find enclosed notice of liability regarding trespassing technology. This last paragraph that I've added, it addresses this, this notice of liability regarding trespassing technology. So, and this is the document from the In Power movement that I'm not going to change or tailor that document to liability of breach of fiduciary duty. So kindly find enclosed which provides the necessary protection for all parties involved. The trust expressly wishes to prevent any interference, interruption, invisible contracts, and various nefarious entanglements from being imposed on the beneficiary, my son, and the trespassing technology may include, but is not limited to, Wi-Fi, Li-Fi, terahertz technology, energy-directed weapons, nanotechnology, frequency tuned to each and every vaccine administered, et al. Now, this is the best thing that I could come up with, and this etc. Language here, it's really to try to cover all the bases that I could possibly think of, and there are of course many more. So with this video, I'd like to say thank you to Tony Pantelleresco for putting out his research, and to be able to tap into that knowledge. And you know, it really helps just to do the videos, create the videos, because one learns so much. Let's see. And the other thing is Space Decoy for bringing out this an insider's perspective on this energy-directed weapons that are being used against mankind. So I hope this video, as just a brief update, is helpful. I have a bit more work to do, and it's Friday, so I've got to finish the letter get it over to the notary, and then mail it off certified, registered with a signature requests to get that documentation noted. So I hope this finds you all well, and build your community.